Okay, so we're here on Bitcoin. Before I get started here, come over to ztrades.net, check out the terms and conditions page, agree to it, read our disclaimer. If you don't, do not watch the video and do not join the Discord, which is completely free right here. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to talk about crypto here because you want to go where the getting's hot. There's going to be opportunities elsewhere, but I wanted to talk about crypto and miners and what my thoughts are. I'm not going to get too much into opportunities with technical analysis I see, which is always China, and it never runs, and it pretends it's going to break out, and then it doesn't. Everyone loses money and holds bags. We had that one big run on China. There's TA all over Chinese stocks. Tiger, that could run if China has a run. PDD, a couple of other names have some great technical analysis right now, but then it never runs. It just breaks down. I like bear technical analysis on it. Problem is it rarely runs up high to get bear technical analysis. Anyways, Grayscale F. I like the fact that I can buy Ethereum. I think there's two Ethereum funds now. They've got a Solana and an XRP fund in the mix coming. Wisdom Tree with XRP. I was wrong, and I'll talk about that in a separate video on XRP. Gary Gensler was the SEC chairman. Why would I be bullish, right? I didn't think Elon would be in the government. This is a huge curveball. I was wrong about XRP. I admit it, right? Wrong. I'll talk about why and what happened, but I don't have to buy Bitcoin in a wallet anymore or on a sketchy app. I can hold it in a broker. When has someone hacked your broker and stolen your stocks? You know what I mean? So I've been in this for a while now. They reverse split it and knocked a digit off, basically. So this was like 2 something over in here. I got in at 2, right around there, right around these prices over here. This has shot up a lot, like a whole bunch. We can't really go too far out on the TA here. There's nothing to see really. But I think that Ethereum is just getting started, and every single time it exceeds its pre-halving cycle high. I mean, its last halving cycle high, which was in the 4s. I think 48. So I expect this to, but prior to that halving, it was 18. It was 1800. So, you're talking about a 2x each time, 48. I think we could see in the 8s. I really think we could see in the 8s, possibly 10, but I really see 6s easily. 5s, we could be there in 3 weeks. 6s, very easily. 8s would be around the territory I want to start cutting. If I sold, half my Ethereum, I have my profit, and I also have profit back as well as my initial investment. So I've been in this for a while. Called this out in the group. No joke, down in this range. I bet I'm loaded on, and we're flagging right there. But pre-market, it's already taken off the flag. The flag played out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We're gonna dive into miners here, but let's just get started. We're getting warmed up. I mean, that is just beautiful. You guys remember, if you have been watching my videos, do you all remember a few months ago how I was talking about the cup and handle? What's up? Something's off. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? I was talking about the cup and handle. I'm like, this is the handle is a flag. This is the best thing I've ever seen, and this is tilted upwards. It's like that, right? Wait, like that. It's backwards on the camera. That's showing extreme bullishness. Kapow! I'm a little teacup. Boom. And we legged up. This is just nuts. So we're probably going to run parabolic, drop, go consolidate, and then do it again in January for Trump's inauguration, as long as something atrocious doesn't happen between now and then with everything geopolitical going on. But this is just, ignore the cup and handle. I mean, look at that. I've been talking about this, and everyone's like, it's going back to 25. And I'm like, it's not a stock. It doesn't do that. And it's just because people aren't in it, they don't understand it. They don't understand. They haven't been through all the cycle movements like I have. Look at all the arguments, you know, that I've gotten into, disagreements, I should say, not arguments, with people in the chat. I'm just like, guys, I've been through this before. This is not an equity, you know, it's different. And we have a floodgate coming in. Putin, Xi, Trump are all building Bitcoin strategic reserves for their countries. Now, instead of attacking their citizens like most European countries do and disabling them from ever moving forward anywhere with taxes and overregulation, they're deregulating it. Tax-free. Putin and Trump has said that. Xi hasn't said that yet. They're going to make it tax-free. So what does that do? So the U.S. Treasury has Bitcoin, right? Then it's tax-free, so everyone floods in it as well as the funds, and it pumps the government's value of the holding they have. The value of it goes up. So it's a win-win. Instead of taxing it, wouldn't that be better? If the government owns it, then makes it tax-free and makes everyone invest in it, which makes the price go up, and it's a win-win? Yeah, I know it could be bad because then they could sell it and they could dump it. Sure. You know, that would be the downside if, right, for the next 4 years, we're safe with the people we have in when it comes to the crypto, So they're trying to get the Fed out of the way. I don't agree with that. I do agree with getting Gary Gensler out and getting the new Treasury Secretary in, pro-crypto Treasury Secretary, who's going to allow this to run. It cannot be stopped unless every country in the world cooperates, but then you'd have to go after individuals. If one node's online, the entire Bitcoin ecosystem is online. You cannot stop it. It will always exist. They could definitely damage the price, but since it can't be stopped, the governments have been flipped, and now they're going to buy all of it because they can't stop it. If you shut all the miners down, it would go dormant, even for 150 years. The second one comes online, the whole Bitcoin ecosystem is up, right? One node. So they cannot stop it. No, some owner can't just rug pull it like he has access. It doesn't work like that. That's like saying, you know, that I could shut down gold, you know what I mean, and take it from. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any. That's an awful analogy. But let's go ahead and move on here. Let's move on to Mara. Okay, I've been watching this. Now this is just gone. This was a bearish setup right here. This candlestick pattern, this has exploded. I mean, it's just shot up through the roof. Let's take a look at the daily. We have pretty much a cup and handle here. I don't like how far that fell. At the end of the day, you know, they'll say if it drops 50% of the cup, then it's invalid. You know, sometimes it doesn't, and then it's still invalid. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I would say when you have this set up, you have a good 65-70% chance, regardless of what's going on here, as long as it doesn't see this low again, where the bottom of the cup. Because things don't always work out like they say in the books that you read. The market doesn't always look like that. So we exploded on those. I knew that was going to happen with Trump's announcement yesterday. Bitcoin took off on it immediately. I was like, we're breaking 100. And I went ahead and did my last load on ETH, Grayscale Ethereum. Mara, these miners are going to squeeze and the shorters will be out. We will see this high, in my opinion. It's going to happen. In fact, let's go ahead and pull up, we'll pull up Trend Spider. We'll move over here for the miners. Let's take a look here. And those of you just getting in crypto now, guys, come on. Learn what the halving is. You have me in here. Look at my material that I write. Please. If I charged you guys, if I charged you for this, which I do for the what's going on? What is happening over here? Hold on. This is, let me get this going on. If I charged you somebody to learn, right? If I charged them and I was like, this is going to be, and I said it like this is going to be the best information that I can give you, right? And you paid me $5,000, you would listen. But if you don't pay me anything and I just tell you, you just kind of blow it off. You know what I mean? I've noticed that with people. My own friends around me haven't listened, and look how much I'm up. Look at you guys in the Discord that listen. You were complaining, the fear, I get it. You were scared, you wanted reassurance, you had a fear, and you wanted me to dismantle that fear and tell you you're wrong, right? It's not like you were disagreeing with me. You're like, I don't think it's going to happen because of this reason, right? You have a fear. I know what's going on with the psychology, and I'm saying, well, it's never not went. You're wrong because of this reason and that reason. Breathe. Also, don't buy it on breakouts like everyone was doing. Like last year, they were buying up here, and it's like, no, how about down here, and how about down here, and how about down here, and here, and here, and here, and there, and there, and there. I called it right here around 10 is where I got in. Look, I have it charted still. This is where I charted it. I was like, oh, this thing's going to go. It's getting ready for the Bitcoin ETF, right? I've still been in. I was assigned some at 18 somewhere along the way. I think it was over in here. I was assigned at 18. Yeah, it was that big dip right there. On this dip, I sold, started to shoot up. I sold the 18s, and I was assigned down here. Beautiful area to be assigned. There, at a heavy support there. I love that. Respected it there, and there. And I somehow got I don't remember, I got assigned to some other lots of shares somewhere along the way. Same with Riot, selling cash secured puts. And I'm not selling any cover calls yet. And this is going to break out, and we're going to see probably above 30 at some point. This is the month that miners start to run. Let's just take a look at last halving cycle. Mara is the best miner in my opinion, but let's just take a look at it. There's a halving cycle. There's a halving cycle. Now, why wouldn't it happen this time? Right? Oh, because IBIT, and people won't be buying because of IBIT. Well, they own Bitcoin. Just like that's like saying MicroStrategy is not going to run because you can buy the spot ETFs. How well did that argument hold up? It's been the best performing stock, like in the S&P. It's ridiculous, right? Let's take a look here, guys. This was in November. We just started to get movement. That entire time after the halving, we had one little pop. That's makes sense. Like right here, right? And then, although it was a lot sooner, that was because of the spot ETF. And December, it started to see a massive pop, 14. So it went from October at 1 to 14 in the end of December. Now you got to keep in mind this is heavily short. It's very inexpensive at the time. January, we had a high of 27 from $1. I mean, this is like a, what? 12 extra money. By February, we were at $49 from basically $1.83. So you're talking about running, 20x your money, a little over that. So if this 20x, from over in here, that's a lot. I don't think it's going to work like that because there's been some dilution in my opinion. I'm almost positive. I haven't looked that up. I know there has with Riot. But I think there's been some dilution and some share offerings. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'd like to see us come back to that 33 mark. Let's go ahead and turn the fibs on, and we can see what we're looking at here. Right? I've been talking about this right here. This 33 mark is where I think we're going next. After that, there'll be some dancing, probably a retest. Could drop a little bit below it. I see 50 on this. It would be nice to go to 80. You know how much money that would be? That's I've got a lot of shares. That is a lot of money. If that went to 80, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a whole bunch. That's a whole bunch. Let's take a look at Riot. Okay, we got the fibs up. Let's go ahead and turn this chart on linear. Let's move my face over here to where everything's, we can see it better. That looks amazing. Look at that, guys. Look at this. I have this charted out. And we pop, when we clear this area over here, this is where it keeps rejecting. If it clears that 17 mark and can come up to 30, that would just be amazing, right? Even up to like 23. If we can get into this zone over here, that would be great. Even in this zone, 46, this had a high in 2021 of 75, which I think we're going to exceed on Riot. Let's take a look at the weekly. And let's turn the linear chart off. I don't know why these fibs aren't charted correctly. Whatever, though. This is the auto fib. I definitely see that 18 mark coming in here. Definitely see that coming in that 29. So we got that let's see here. 1750. Okay. After that, we've got a huge run to 28, which it was, wasn't it just, yeah, we were just at 20. And it wasn't even after the halving cycle. The halving cycle hadn't happened. So 17-ish, 18-ish coming, and I see a lot of consolidation and pain while it bounces around, and ultimately I see 28, and it's going to happen very fast at some point. It'll just rocket up there. 28's really good. And then we got 35, then we got 46. Right? It would be nice to see that high again of 80, but they've diluted it, so I'm really banking on that. Mara, I can hold a little bit longer. Mara has been buying Bitcoin and selling shares to buy Bitcoin basically, and doing offerings and things like that. So yeah, and then Riot has a gigantic. They're raising money because of their gigawatt factory south of Dallas, biggest mining factory facility. So I 28 easily. 35, 45, that would be fantastic. I'd love to start selling covered calls if we can get to that mark, the 29 mark. You know, sell some out of the money 40s on the weeklies, and then be doing some cash secure puts way down there as well. Let's move on to other miners. BT's fixing to go. That thing went nutty, 32 bucks. I'm picking up BITF in the challenge account today, equity. So I might as well just pick up options, but look at this on BT, guys. Look at the last halving. I have it written right here. Look at that. And then it dropped. Oh, the halving's not going to happen like they say every time. Boom! You just got freaking silenced. Like KO'd. Finish him. Look at that. Bam! In 2 candles on a weekly. 2 weeks. From $6 2 weeks later to 33. And you can't buy puts because IV's too high. Then the drop. Then the retest, and it didn't go as high. Started to peel over. That's a great spot to go short on it. Short the shares. Reversal candle right now. Dead cat bounce, you know, mid-year with a beautiful pop back to 20 from $3. There's going to be a lot of plays on this thing, and I expect it. They own more Bitcoin than they did over here. Now, when it comes to the dilution and all that, I don't know. I'd have to look it up on Dilution Tracker. 10, eyes closed. 14 easily, 16 easily, 20, I do think it could go that high. Absolutely. We'll see. There's going to be amazing short setup in the future here for some of these. Let's go ahead and turn it on linear just to take a look so we can get a better look at this. Beautiful. Look at that. We got that 7 mark incoming. Let's look at them all. We're going to look at BITF. Looks like I need to go ahead and extend that a little more. That's not, it looks like I drew one of these. Let's just draw this like this whenever I'm not, hold on. That fits the best right there. It does it automatically. It doesn't let me like freehand do it. Then if I turn it linear, yeah, that's a little bit better. You know, this isn't, I'm not going to get it right. I'm not going to get it right. Either way. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. I need it touching right there. Whatever. Fits here, here, and there. Let's turn this off. Whatever. It's close enough. I'm not looking at the bottom anyways. I'm looking at the top. Gigantic squeeze building here. I need to see this turn around. BITF is where are we at on that right now? Where are we at on BITF? Let's look pre-market here. Right, let's take a look at BITF pre-market. We're at, damn it. I was going to buy equity. I tried to last night. I'm going to buy equity on this in the challenge account. This thing's getting tight. We're at 227. We're not out of it yet. Let's turn this linear so I can see. 227. Yeah, we're right at the top of there. It's fixing to break. Yeah, we're 7:14 a.m. in the morning here Eastern. Thursday. So that's coming 3. That's easily coming. We were just there. February. We just had a big spike to 275. This could go to 10. Let's take a look at a monthly. That's not going to help me at all. It looks like a crappy cup and handle there. Now that candlestick pattern looks good. Real good here. This body higher than where this is, right? This body, the wick just extended not even as low as the bottom of the body. And the body's up here. This is going to be up there, higher than that, up here. This is going to go. This is a monthly chart. I'm a candlestick trader. I can just tell with no indicators from just experience in trading. This is drawn really crappy here. I'm just kind of playing around right now. I can tell by the placements of the candles what's going to happen, just again through experience. I'm just drawing that for fun there to see what it'll look like. This is going to freaking go nuts. BITF is the best. I'm in naked calls on this everywhere in multiple portfolios, guys. I want this thing up near 4. Let's take a look at Wolf. That's the best one, BTBT right now. Let's turn this linear. Wolf just moves it beautifully. Beautifully. 10's coming. 17's coming on this thing. What was it last halving cycle? 44, guys, and it dropped all the way to 50 cents. Good Lord. So we know that, you know, when this is all over or some financial crisis happens, I'm going to go short on the miners. Big time. Big time. What else? Hive. That's another one I'm in. Let's turn this on linear. Oh, goodness. Now let's turn it on linear. That's not helping me at all. I really don't see anything on that. We can go to a monthly candle. I don't see anything on that. I'm in it though, and it's still going to go, in my opinion, if Bitcoin goes. Can's already tearing. Look at that bad boy. Oh, wow. I don't know if they got the fibs right here. Let's go ahead and go to a monthly and see what we see. Let's turn it on linear. That's not helping me much. They must have beat this thing. Saw $39 from 150, from 180. It saw 30. You didn't even need options. What was the point? Goodness. Let's take a look at a daily. Daily's beautiful on this. I would love to see, you know, upwards of 3 on this. That would be awesome. Let's turn this linear. 360. This is something I would sell covered calls on. Like, you know, if we see the 3s on this, I'll sell covered calls on. I really don't care about that one that much. What else is there? Is there any other miners that I'm in? Let me think here. We got Mara. We cover Mara, Riot. We cover a lot of other blockchain related stuff. Let's take a look at Square. Look at that. From when I charted that last. RSI is roasting hot. This Square can go parabolic. You serious? 288? This thing's coming to 130 in my opinion. This is happening. That's happening. Look at that inverted head and shoulders there. Fake out. That would have been the buy right there on this curl up. Right there. Right there. That would have been the buy. Right in here. That candle right there. Boom. Instead of buying it after it breaks out, I don't do that. Let's take a look at the monthly on Square, which we know what that's going to look like. Oh my gosh. Yep, there's my charting from I don't even know how long ago. Yeah, look at that test right there and the curl around. Right there on that candle. That body above that. That was the buy. In the book, so they teach you to buy breakouts like right there when it passes the EMA. It does not work in options. It does not work. What scared me is we almost had like an inverted cup and handle the whole time. I'm in SQY, and I missed Square Equity. SQY, they have a big yield on it. I'm basically break even. They have a good return. Coinbase. Coin is going to see its ATH, guys. Look at that. That is insane, guys. This is insane. Look at that. That's gorgeous right there. Let's take a look at Coin on a weekly. Yep. Let's take a look at a month. Look at that, where I had this charted. I got in there. I'm in the shares. I'm up over 100% on them, on shares. I bought right here for this pop. It came down for the retest. It saw decent price. I held it and it shot up here and it came down. I added. Where did I add? I added at 164. Yeah, I got that right there. And then I didn't add. That's where I added on this candle. 1, 2, 3 reversal. I knew this was going to be a fake breakout because we had 3 candles right here. That right there was a buy. This candle right here. Another retest right off the 50 EMA. Boom. Let's take a look at the monthly. That's a cup and handle. Why didn't I see this? That's a cup and handle on the monthly. That's a cup and handle. How did I not see this? Why didn't I look at coin monthly? Oh my gosh. When this candle started to shoot up, that would have been a buy for buying off the monthly, 185. I'm in equity though. Good Lord. 429, that could easily happen in my opinion. Easily. MSTX. I'm in this bad boy. That was 220. Let's take a look at the daily. Come on, inverted hammer right there. I got in yesterday. I literally got in yesterday off this. I got in at 96. And it closed at 107. It's at what right now? I called this out on voice. Look at BITF. She's still going. Let's take a look here. 123. I got in off the daily at 96 right over here. Off what I saw. That would have been a beautiful ad bet down there, but I saw the daily candlestick pattern. This is about to go higher. You know, I just added it at close. It hasn't even been 24 hours. It's ridiculous. Let's go back over here. MSTX, I think, is going to break out and go much, much higher. Yep. I'm sharing that to the group. Let's turn this on linear. Wow. This is going to go loony. Again, I don't really need to chart the top. I suppose I could, you know, and make something like that. I don't need to do that. I just want to see where it's bouncing. Whatever, it's not going to let me. It jumps like that. That's beautiful. MSTR. That's an ad. MSTR was an ad yesterday. No, I'm in MSTX. It's leveraged. This is going to go again. This is gearing up for round 2. Weekly, I don't like. Let's take a look at the monthly. Doesn't really tell me anything at all. Right? Hey, what's going on, guys? I thought that the funds that have to do with blockchain weren't going to run and no one was going to buy them because you can buy IBIT instead. I thought they weren't going to run, right? Yeah, I know, it was just fear. You wanted me to abolish your argument. Well, this is my argument. It doesn't matter. They're all going to go, and they are. We're already there. It already happened. So, yeah. Is there anything else I'm not covering here? If I was live, you guys could hit me up in the chat. This MSTR is fixing to go. It is fixing to go, guys. Fixing to go. BITX, I got my buddy with like 90K in that, and he was down 50% on it. He's not anymore. It's at 67. He bought it in the 50s. Where? Over here. And then it went down to $19. And he was calling me freaking out. I was like, why would you buy the leverage one? You know, buy the, you know, if we drop, you could have, if it was me, I could have scaled out of IBIT and then loaded on this if I wanted to do that. And then rode it back up because the downside wouldn't have been as heavy. If you guys like this content, make sure to like and follow for more. I wanted to cover crypto. I will do other crypto altcoins in another video. A lot of them, it's too late. They've already ran. Unless you're buying a dead project that's on Coinbase and looking at the previous high. Well, the project's not as alive as it was before. You know, it's kind of dead. XRP, you missed the boat on that if you're not in. We'll go over my call outs, what I invested in April of 2023 for right now, and it's paying out. Again, if you guys like this content, make sure to like and follow for more. Join the Discord. It is completely free, no strings attached.